everyone, it's Jessie, and today's video is going to be 18 life lessons I've learned in my 18 years of life, because if I am successful and edit this video and get it up on time, it will be May 20th, my birthday, the day I was born. I am 18 years old. I can literally just look back and think of a day in the 4th grade where I was just dreaming of being 18, and now that that day's here, I physically can't even just acknowledge it. I don't feel like I'm 18 at all, and I just can't fathom or believe the fact that I am turning 18. So without further ado, let's just hop right in, and I'm going to discuss and talk with you about 18 of my favorite life lessons that I've learned thus far in life. I have them written down in my notes, so I apologize if I keep looking down and stuff. Number 1, someone else does not establish your own self-worth. When I don't even remember what age I started to want a boyfriend, but when I was really young, I saw everybody else in like middle school, and everybody had boyfriends before me, and I felt that pressure. I'm like, why doesn't anybody like me? Am I just not beautiful? I'm not cool and don't fit in? I just felt so left out. Just really wanted a boyfriend, and by the time I got a boyfriend, I was like, wow, this is what it's like. This person means I'm special now. Am I worthy of them? I just want to let all those younger people out there, or older, just anyone know that you don't need somebody else to feel self-successful or anything like that. You don't need a boyfriend in your life. In fact, I've learned I've been better off without one because I'm a very independent person. And having a boyfriend taught me so much more about myself, and I just learned so much that I feel like I'm closer to myself away, and I know my own worth. You don't need somebody else to establish or prove to yourself that you're worth something. Number 2, this is a quote that I heard while I was watching a movie on my way home from Europe literally like 2 weeks ago. So this is a lesson I learned really recently. Well, let me tell you what the life lesson is first. It is, life is not a race. It is the journey that counts. So I was having a lot of depressing days and panic attacks recently because all my friends are graduating high school, and here I am still taking classes. If you watched my school video, I go to a charter school, which is basically I self-teach myself everything, and I take all my classes online. Through doing charter school, I have been able to go to movie premieres, travel the world. I've gone to 10 countries. I have been able to interview authors, celebrities, go to book festivals, travel to go to book festivals, to Chicago, to LA. I go to LA constantly. I've been able to be really independent. I got my license the day I turned 16, and I just constantly went and lived. I lived away from home since I was 16, since I got my license and I was able to leave. I went and lived for like a month on end one time in Los Angeles to work and do stuff on my own. There's this major societal pressure to do things a certain way, go to college directly after high school, and I think that it's fine to say I'm going my route. I went to school differently. I was able to do all these things my way. I was able to pursue my passions and do things that I love, and just because I'm taking a gap year and going to school abroad most likely doesn't mean that I'm any less smart or different than anybody else. It's my life and it's my journey, and I'm taking my time. I'm working the way that I like to work and pursue my goals, and this is how I'm achieving my life, and it's not a race, and like the quote said, it is the journey that counts. The second I heard that quote in a movie I was watching on that plane, it struck me so hard, and I felt like bricks release within me of stress. Ever since I heard that, my life changed because I was panicking about everybody graduating and moving on to better things when I was just doing things my way. Life is not a race, it's the journey that counts, and I am so grateful for the journey I've had over the past few years. Number 3, don't worry so much about what other people think. People will always have things to say, and it's your choice to choose whether or not to listen to that. I was so worried back when I went into public school. I got bullied kind of a lot in middle school, and I would worry so much about what other people think of me. If you think about it yourself, and I'm just walking around, I'm not judging anybody I see, and if you really think about it, that means other people aren't judging you either. Be yourself. Just don't worry about what other people think, because honestly, they're focusing on themselves and thinking what other people think about them. Nobody is worrying about anybody. It's a huge vicious cycle. Do you? That leads me to number 4, which is be yourself and don't try to be somebody else to try to fit in. In middle school, I was obsessed with everybody being popular. I knew I would never be up to that status, but I still dressed a certain way and tried to fit in and kept up with the trends. and that just wasn't me. After I left school, I was able to dive into books and become the nerd that I am, and it's just so wonderful, and I couldn't believe how much of a different person I had become because I was trying to be someone I wasn't. And it's just wasting your time if you're not showing yourself your full, true, awesome potential. Number 5. This is one I'm really passionate about that everybody is always amazed and asks me so many questions. You don't need expensive clothes to look like $1,000,000. See this dress I'm wearing? It's a Forever 21 dress. I got it for $3 at a thrift store. Everybody walks in my closet and their first impression or reactions are, holy crap, this girl is spoiled. Ever since I was little, I would have lemonade stands literally every weekend. With the few dollars I had, my mom would take me antique and thrift shopping. I guarantee you there is probably not more than 5 things in my closet above $20. I'm not joking. I have a ton of shoes, a ton of dresses. I'm not kidding, at least 50 dresses. It's because I'm the biggest bargain shopper you will ever meet. If something is above $20, I'm like, that's expensive. Like I said, this dress was $3. I get vintage dresses all the time. I get most of my clothes in the clearance section. I don't even bother looking at stores if it's not in the sale or clearance section, just because I'm that big of a bargain shopper, and I go thrift shopping and antique shopping all the time. This might seem like a weird life lesson to put in there, but the reason I'm saying this is because some people think that having the most expensive things make you look better or make you cooler. In reality, material things don't matter. If I lost everything in my closet, I would live. I would be fine. These are just temporary things in my life. So why would I waste my money spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a dress that I might wear 1 to 3 a couple times? I'd rather spend like $3 on a dress. I've already worn this dress like 6 times and it's still like my favorite dress. Like, why would I spend more than that if I could get it at this price? I'm just saying. Number 6, this is a long one, so I'm gonna have to read it from my phone because I can't really memorize it. If you are lucky enough to love someone or have someone come into your life that you really click with and it seems meant to be, friendship or relationship, make sure you cherish them. Truly, truly cherish them. Love them with everything you have, because you never know how long you have them in your life or how long it will last. If you love someone, show them how much you care, and I truly mean it. It's a small gift, 2, 3 little words, a hug. Any expression you show will make all the difference. Trust me, it'll make the other person happy. It'll make you happy. Just love with all your heart. Something I wish I'd known. Number 7, this is something I learned the hard way. If something ends, that does not mean it is the end for you. I learned that the hard way, but from that experience, I generally extremely grew as a person, and I learned a lot of things about myself and strengths that I never knew that I had or could go through. And just because something ends, that may mean it's a new beginning and a new door may open. Number 8, this one is a new, really important one to me. It's if you have negativity influencing in your life, just get rid of it. If somebody's treating you badly, you can cut that person out of your life. You don't need that kind of negativity in your life. Cleanse it, honey. For me, I have certain ways that I get rid of negativity personally, or if I'm just stressed or have any negative thoughts on a daily basis. There are things that you could do. Just delve yourself into things that make you happy, maybe whether that be an art project, whether that be reading. For me, a way that I really get rid of my negative thoughts, I walk it off. If somebody's giving me negative crap, their hate and negative crap is making me stronger inherently because I'm walking, gaining muscle. So turn that negative energy into something good. Really makes my day 100% better if I start off with a walk in the morning or anything like that. It just makes you feel refreshed. Number 9, this is something I was talking about at the beginning of this video. It's don't grow up too fast. When I was in the 4th grade, I was dreaming about being 18. When I was in the 5th grade, I was dreaming about being 18. Every year after that, I was dreaming about being able to be 18 and to move out. I still have a lot way to go, a lot of things to learn, a lot of things to do, a lot of money to make. Now that I'm at this point, so stressed and like working hard at life, I look back at my younger years when I was in the 4th, 5th, 6th grade, and I'm like, why were you wishing to be older? Why didn't you just enjoy your time then while you were young? I wish I could just freeze time and stay at this age, stay in this moment, because there's so much to do in life. Why are you waiting to get older to be able to do it when you can do it now? Seriously, do not grow up too fast. Live in the moment. I wanted to add this quote in too because I felt like it related to this. It's never leave tomorrow that of what you can do today. Number 10, don't compare your life to others, because you thoroughly do not know what somebody else could be going through or what they could be dealing dealing with. Somebody else's life on Instagram or in real life could look a trillion times better than yours. It can look amazing. I've even had people tell me your life is the ultimate goals and all that stuff. You don't know diddly squat about any of the hardships or challenges that I've gone through that I haven't shared or probably never will. You don't know what anybody else has gone through. People only post or show mostly the best of their life, so just don't compare your life to somebody else's. Seriously, it'll take the pressure off of you. Remember that what you see on the outside isn't always what you're gonna get on the inside. It's like what Forrest Gump said, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Like, you can bite a caramel chocolate thinking it's a caramel chocolate. No, honey, it's nougat. Number 11 is one that is, the next two are kind of similar to the one I just did. Don't compare your relationships to other people. Some people may have amazing friendships. Some people might have amazing relationships. When I was in a relationship, I was comparing relationships I was in to the books, to the movies, to the relationships that seemed seemingly perfect around me, when those relationships that weren't perfect around me influenced my relationship. I was trying to make my relationship into something it wasn't. When I was trying to make my relationship like the books, the movies, like the perfect relationship I saw right next to me, it wasn't my own relationship that way, and that leads to issues if you're not. It's not that I wasn't being myself, it's just I was trying to make something work in a way that wasn't my way or would have been my way. So don't compare friendships or relationships to other friendships, because then it's not genuine. It's not a genuine relationship. It's not a genuine friendship. Make your own book, story, movie out of your own relationship. Don't compare it. Number 12 is don't compare your successes to other people's successes. I watched a movie recently on Netflix. I believe it was like Brad's List or something. It was about a guy played by Ben Stiller taking his son to college, and he was all depressed and mopey throughout the entire movie because he was sad at where he was at in life, even though he had an amazing kid who was going to and looking at all these amazing schools, and he was really kind of successful in his own way in life, but he was comparing his success to other people's successes from when he went to college. But their success wasn't all that great when he met up with those people. They had their own issues too in life. They had their own problems. They weren't all that they cracked up to be. And other people's successes is completely different from your successes. I could look at somebody who's graduating college, having this amazing career, but is that career something I want to do? Just because they're successful doesn't mean I can't be successful and that I won't be successful. So everybody's definition and everybody's little successes, even if that's getting up in the morning, going on a walk, being on clothes, everybody's successes are different from somebody else's. So don't compare your success to somebody else's, because that will just lead to negative thoughts. I feel like I've been rambling forever. Number 13 is practice kindness, not only to yourself, but to others. I was just learning about this in psychology too, that even the littlest deeds, practicing kindness to others, will make you feel so much better. It's not only important to practice kindness to the people around you or just somebody you gave a smile to throughout the day, you also need to give that kindness to yourself, whether that be setting aside time for you to relax and read, taking a bubble bath with a bath bomb, drinking tea, whatever floats your boat or is a treat yourself moment. Make sure that you give yourself that time to wind down and give yourself kindness, because it truly helps. And if we're all a little kinder, then the world will be a kinder place. Number 14, people come and go in your life, okay? That being said, do not take anyone for granted. And if it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. You lost a friend, if somebody in your life was treating you badly but you're still devastated over it, it's okay. Those are normal reactions and feelings to have. If that person isn't treating you the way that you should be treated or just isn't acting that interested in your life, you don't need that kind of negativity. You don't need that person in your life. You're better off on your own. You're better off pursuing things to help you grow. And there are countless people in the world. You will meet new people, people that you click with more than the last person that was in your life. Trust me, you are not alone. It's not the end of the world. That is something I seriously learned a lot over the past few years. It's okay to let people go. But again, don't take people for granted in your life. One thing I wanted to add in here is that in middle school and just when I was younger in general, I always thought it was quantity over quality of friendship. That the more friends you had, the more valuable you were as a person, the more popular you would be. But then later in life, I learned that the more friends I had, the more alone I felt, because those friends weren't genuine and they were fake. I'm the type of person who's kind of very isolated within myself, and it's hard for me to trust people. And so it's just so much better to have 1 to 3, just a few amazing, good
good friends, that's all you need, rather than 20, 50 friends who aren't gonna be there for you. You need those ride or die friends who ask how you are, who genuinely care about you. I have my best friend who I literally talk to 800 times a day. We're like sisters. So yeah, it's definitely quality over quantity for friendship. Keep that in mind.
Number 15, never let an argument last or never hold a grudge. It'll just make your heart heavy and you don't need that negativity once again. Never go to bed angry. I feel like these all just wrap up into one thing. Talk things out any way that you can. I know in one of my last relationships, the person had a major problem with me because I am such a shy person. I am not often able to speak my emotions freely to a person. I'm not good at confrontation, and the best way to get me to say things is to write them. It's not that I withhold these things from people, because I will write it out and I will send it to them or write them a letter and physically hand it to them. I get so nervous and like stuttery, I will not be able to say the words in front of a person. It's just the moral is to talk things out. Don't leave things on a bad note, ever. It'll just waste your time and take longer. It's better to sort it out then. Now, get rid of the stress and anxiety and everything like that. Number 16. This one is really important because it strongly applies to me. Number 16 is sometimes it is okay to be selfish. You heard me. So I'm the type of person who is literally physically unable to say the word no. That's just the way that I always have been. Somebody will ask me, if you want a job, do you want to read, do you want to review this book, you want to review this whatever, do you want to go do this, you want to go do that, I will say yes. Like almost 100% of the time, I will say yes to anything anybody asks me to do or say or whatever, but I've had to learn to say no. There's a point that can obviously cross the line. Many times I don't want to do that. I know in the back of my mind I don't want to do that. I don't want to sign up for whatever this is, but sometimes I say yes. I have had to learn to say no, 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 because I would overwork myself. I would sign myself up for things I really did not want to do, wasn't my thing. That also applies to not submitting to peer pressure. I have been in a situation where there was peer pressure. Just walk away. It doesn't matter. It doesn't prove anything to you if you do it. They're just not nice people trying to force you to do something you don't want to do. Just say no. You're able to do it. Be selfish. Take a stand for yourself. You can do it, honey. I believe in you. Number 17 is really important because I've always been told that I look like a generally really happy person because I literally laugh at everything. All my friends call me the laughing goose. My laugh sounds like a goose. I get made fun of for it. I laugh a lot. So never lose your sense of humor, even if that means laughing at yourself. I laugh at myself all the time. Humor is great. Yes, never lose your sense of humor. Don't become crotchety. I feel like it's gotten really dark in here all of a sudden. And number 18. Oh wait, I forgot one. Okay, we're gonna make it 19. Number 18 now is going to be, no matter what there is in your life, if there's something that you want, go for it. Even if you think you don't have a chance, whether it be applying to a college, just trying to achieve a certain goal, anything, go for it. Work your butt off. What you can do, enter. It's like entering a race or entering a giveaway or a competition. You don't have a shot if you don't enter. You can't win a giveaway if you don't enter it. You can't get closer or try to achieve a goal if you don't start or try to achieve it. That is something my mom always told me. If there was a giveaway to meet One Direction, I would be like, there's no point in entering. This actually happened when I was like 13. I was like, there's no point in entering. My mom's like, you can't win if you don't enter. And I was like, you're right. So I entered and I didn't win, but at least I had a shot. But hey, a few weeks later I did win $300 when I entered a raffle when I went and saw a play. So enter things. And lastly, number 19, which was supposed to be number 18, is my favorite and final thing that I'm gonna leave with you. My favorite life lesson is just simply to breathe. Sometimes you need to stop, you need to pause, you need to look at the flowers, you need to take everything in the moment in your life. Be grateful for everything that you have, how far you've come, how far you have to go. Live in the moment, breathe, and just accept everything. And if you don't accept everything in your life, then you have the power to change it. Take on the day and take on the challenges. Take on whatever you need to or want to do. You are capable and able to achieve anything you've set your mind to. I love you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, you are never alone. I love you so much. I'm Jessie, and I will see you next time. And thank you for all the birthday wishes. Happy 18th birthday to me!